Welcome in. It's another edition of Musso at the Box. Tigers win it 15-2 over Southeastern, represented by Gotlit Light Installers. Please smash the like button if you have not already. Please get subscribed to the YouTube channel and on your favorite podcast app. Go ahead and share, especially since we had a little bit of an issue with the stream there. Please get it shared out. That's greatly appreciated. And again, LSU wins it 15-2 over a really good Southeastern team. There's a lot to like from LSU in that ball game. I mean, first and foremost, the bats stay hot. You get 15 runs on 11 hits. You take advantage of 3 Southeastern errors. It got started early. Derek Curiel, which we're going to talk about him, y'all, because you want to talk about a reach base streak? The one he's on right now, sheesh. But Curiel, his third leadoff homer in 5 games, and then Jared Jones comes right behind him and smashes a no-doubter to left field. So, I mean, there you go. It gets you get out to a 2-0 start. You'd add 2 more in that inning. You came through with runners in scoring position early in the game. How about Josh Pearson? A big knock as well. So, I mean, you were just off and running. You're up 5-0 through 2. And you never really relented. You added, another crooked number there in the 5th, and then obviously the 4 spot in the 7th, the walk-off grand slam from Ethan Fry for the final tally. We can go a little bit more in depth there. I'll come back to the offense, but man, I really want to focus on the pitching because I saw some really, really good things on the mound tonight. We'll just take them in order. I thought William Schmidt pitched really well. He's so much more comfortable in these midweek games right now than he is on the weekend. It's not even really particularly close. He trusts his stuff just so much more. You can see the confidence that he's pitching with, and that's why it's exciting. And look, it was good to get Schmidt out there tonight against a good lineup. Like, Southeastern's a good lineup. That's a very good team that, they're leading their league. They have a big series with Lamar this weekend, and when they get through that, they're gonna have a great chance to win the Southland Championship in the regular season and the tournament to make the postseason. That's a team that was hitting 300 coming in with 72 homers, and for William Schmidt to go 3 1/3, punch out 7, only walk 1. He left a couple fastballs over the middle of the plate that got punished. One of them, the kid ambushed him to start an inning and hit it over the fence. But, I mean, other than that, y'all, William Schmidt was really crisp. You look at him through those first 2 innings especially, he was awesome. Justin Hunt just asked, I said, he looks so much more confident and just trusts his stuff more in the midweek. He says, why is that? I mean, look, I'm not in the kid's head. I can't really tell you that. I don't work with him every day like the coaches do, so it's hard for me to tell you. I mean, just from the outside looking in, I would give you the reason of it's a lot less stress than an SEC weekend. It's, again, I think Southeastern's an NCAA tournament quality team, and it's not going to shock me if they're back here for a regional, but it's normally a lower competition, so you can just go out there and be more free and loose. He looks loose. He looks loose, confident, and he's trusting his stuff. And when he does that, y'all, the stuff's really good. The breaking ball looked crisp coming out of his hand tonight. I thought Schmidt pitched really well. I mean, he only gives up, in that 3rd inning, when he gives up the homer, you want to see the response. And he fell behind the next hitter, but he got him out. He worked himself into a little bit of trouble. He ended up with 2 runners on, but he gets out of the inning and keeps it to 1. So, I mean, I would tell you that. I think it's just a lower stress environment. He can really go out there and just and let loose. And the next step is getting him to that level on an SEC weekend, which will happen at some point in his career here. Like this is not going to be a thing where William Schmidt is pitching to a 20 ERA in conference play for the rest of his time at LSU. Like, he will get to that level. It's just, man, it's all part of growing up and maturing. But I thought that was a really nice outing for him. I thought DJ Primo looked really good, man. Primo comes in that 4th inning, inherits some runners, inherits a runner on second base, as a matter of fact, with 1 out, and gets out of the inning. Punch out. Like, I thought that was great. Now, he fell behind a little bit, but he managed to get the make the pitch and get the out. That's encouraging. Again, you're looking for left-handed relievers. And then y'all, Jaden Newt. I mean, wow. That was awesome. That is easily the best that Jaden Newt has looked all season long. He was flat out dominant. Inning in the third shutout, punched out 3 of the 4 hitters he faced. The fastball got up to 97. It lived at 95, 96. He was definitely more juiced up with the arm. That's around where he really was kind of coming out of high school, I feel like, more 94, 96. But to see him bump a 97 or 2 tonight, that was awesome. The splitter looked good. The breaking ball looked phenomenal. He threw a couple on the corner to left-handed hitters where he nailed his spot. And from the angle I'm sitting at, I couldn't tell if Aaron Beatty was just set up outside, but he definitely didn't miss the glove. And that's when you want to know if a pitcher's on, you watch that catcher's mitt. And if he's pounding the glove, not missing, and that thing's not moving, he's hitting his spots, that's when you know a pitcher is just in complete command of his stuff. And Jaden Newt was. And again, against a good lineup. But I think what's encouraging to me more than, I mean, if it's possible, like more than that, is just how the stuff looked. I mean, the juice on the fastball, the crispness of the breaking ball, and the splitter. I mean, it was all good. He had a bunch of pitches working, man. Jaden Newt was awesome. I kind of don't really even know what else to say. I want to see him more. Like, after that, I already was thinking Jaden Newt was having a great year, to be honest with you. But after that, damn, I mean, give him the ball tomorrow. I know you don't even play, but give him the ball tomorrow. Like, that was awesome. And then Connor Ware. Y'all, it was a great inning from Connor Ware. That really was. LSU walked 1 batter all night. Like, that's great stuff from your pitching. And I thought Ware looked really good. That he gave up the single, but that was it. And ended up getting the top of the order out. I think he had some pinch hitters in there. But he keeps throwing up zeros. He keeps throwing up zeros. So, man, that's that's awesome. So, what LSU's pitching did tonight was great, and with some of the guys that it came from, even more encouraging. Like you're looking at Newt, Ware, Primo specifically. Because Connor Ware's got a sub-2 ERA and a sub-3 ERA in SEC play. It doesn't always look pretty, but he normally goes out there and puts the zero up and gets the job done. That's really encouraging heading into a road series, a tough one in a tough environment against a really good offensive ball club in Texas A&M. So, I mean, that's about as good as you could hope for on the mound for LSU tonight. 1 walk, 14 punch-outs, and, I mean, again, Jaden Newt, sheesh. Okay, a few more thoughts offensively, and then we'll tell you about Gauntlet Light installers, and we'll get to your questions. I see a lot of you asking about Sheeran, so we can talk about that a little bit. Derek Curiel has reached base in 9 straight plate appearances. That's it. Like, that's really all. Need I say any more? How's that for a friggin' reach base streak? Yeah, 43 games. That's pretty impressive. How about 9 straight plate appearances? Guy has been on base. That is unreal. And it started against a team like Tennessee and continues against Southeastern. 9 straight plate appearances. He's had 3 leadoff homers in 5 games, which is awesome to see. However, hey, Derek, chill. Kind of was hoping the power wouldn't develop in the first 2 years so you'd stick around. But as long as that power continues to show, continues to development, draft eligible sophomore, enjoy him for the rest of this season and 1 more year, because that's what the pros wanted to see. But the 3 leadoff homers in 5 games, I mean, you talk about setting a friggin' tone for an offense that definitely needed it here as of late. He has done that. He has absolutely done that. And again, 9 straight plate appearances. he's reached base, which is just absurd. I don't know what the LSU record is for that, for consecutive plate appearances on base, but 9 feels significant. He's just, you kind of run out of words to describe him at this point. I mean, it's not even enough to call Derek Curiel the next star at LSU because he's already a star at LSU. I mean, it's... For a freshman to just come in and look that comfortable. Like, we've seen freshmen come in and produce. That hasn't been a problem. But you've also seen those freshmen struggle at times. He hasn't struggled. There's been one game of the year he hasn't reached base. It was Saturday. He just keeps going, keeps trucking along. The comfort level, the confidence that kid has. I mean, y'all, to step in to an SEC schedule, an SEC team, an SEC lineup, and bat leadoff for as long as he has this season, that's just not normal. I mean, you can tell I'm trying to come up with something to really say. But the play just speaks for itself. He's otherworldly at this point. And again, now the power is starting to come. And that was an opposite field home run tonight. That's not his first. I think that's his third. I think half of his home runs. He has 6 home runs now. I'm pretty sure half of them have gone to the opposite field. The one tonight did. I know his one against Texas did, which you talk about a legit homer. It's like 340 down the line in left field over at the dish. So, I mean, the power's coming in. He's put on 15 pounds. Like, again, he's not a freshman anymore. I guess that's the biggest compliment I can pay him. He's not a freshman anymore. That guy has surpassed freshman already at this point in his career. Man, it was good to see Braswell get another knock. Braswell hit the ball hard tonight and only had the one hit to show for it. He lined out to the shortstop his first time. Good to see Jones go yard again. I mean, that's awesome. You know, you want to see that. I thought Jake Brown did a fantastic job putting pressure on Southeastern all night. He reached on the air. 2-hit night for Danny Dickinson. That was great. You know, the double in the first and then the 2 RBI single later in the game. That was awesome to see. I mean, you stayed hot. You stayed hot 1 through 9 all throughout the order. I will say this. Stephen Milam's going through it, man. He just is. Monster is just going through it right now. He absolutely smoked the ball in the at one point in the game, and it ends up being a double play. And then from there on, he punched out twice, and neither at bat was very competitive. I thought it was actually good they got him out of the game at some point tonight and just let him take a breather, let him sit, because he's got to. That's a bad LSU has to have going, man. You saw how vital he was at the end of the season last year in the postseason. You're going to need him ready to go for a postseason run. So, he's struggling right now. He is on the struggle bus. But you've seen him slump already this year and break out of it. He's slumping again right now. He will break out of it, and hopefully it'll be at the perfect time for LSU. Okay, smash the like button, please, if you haven't already. We're going to get to your questions here, but I got to remind you about Gotlit Light Installers, gotlitlights.com. Permanent outdoor landscape lighting, front yard flower beds, backyard patio, your design, custom lighting for you. Gotlit Light Installers, they install it, they maintain it. If you need them to take it down and store it, they can do that for you as well. That comes in more handy with the Christmas lights in the winter, but also your temporary outdoor lighting for any of your private events, whether it's a wedding reception, anniversary party, graduation parties. Y'all, May 1st is Thursday. Graduations are practically here. If you're hosting a grad party, go ahead, get your lights from Gotlit Light Installers. Go to gotlitlights.com. It's this simple. Go to gotlitlights.com, get a quote, and you're in. You'll like the quote. It'll work for you, and you'll love working with Derek and his team. Gotlit Light Installers, gotlitlights.com. Okay, let's see some questions that folks had. Let's start with Devin Sheeran. I don't think he's there yet. I mean, he is throwing. He's throwing pins, but it's not like live ABs yet or anything to that level. I'm not really at a point where I'm willing to say he's actually going to come back this year. I just don't think he's quite there yet. That he's throwing is a good thing. That's a very good thing. But I think they are still a little bit of a ways away. The good news is it wasn't an arm, right? It was an ACL. But I think you're probably still, and again, I hate to even speculate on this. That's why I just said I don't think you're there yet. I think there's a chance you could see him by the end of the season. A chance. But I don't think you're there yet. They still have a little bit more to do to bring him back. Look, I'm like y'all. I'm ready to see him, man. I really am. That's another guy that you could bring in that's hitting 100 miles an hour. The slider is absolutely filthy. I mean, absolutely filthy. But you want to make sure you do it right so you don't have any type of setback in the recovery with the knee, and he's full bore, really ready to go for you next season. But I'll tell you, yeah, I think there's a chance you see him by the end of the year, but I don't think they're there yet. I just don't think they're quite there yet. But hopefully they are. And it can be sooner rather than later, because that would be awesome. I saw another one. Let's see, that I wanted to address. M. Sandoz said, will we see Newt more involved on the weekends? Man, I hope so. He only pitched an inning in the third tonight, and he was wildly efficient. I mean, I know he kept it under 30 pitches. I wouldn't be surprised if he kept it under 20. I'm pretty sure it was under 25. I would love to see it. Like, I would love to see Jaden Newt more involved on the weekends. Absolutely. So I'm hoping so. Andrew Sapp, will we see any of the arms that shine tonight pitch this week? Yeah, I mean, look, I hope you see Newt. I feel very confident that you'll see Primo and Ware. I mean, I feel very confident that you'll see those guys. Justin Hunt, thoughts on Chris Lemonis getting fired? Timing's interesting, but, I mean, that was coming. Man, you can't have the resume that they had after winning a national championship keep your job. Not at a place like State. And I know that sounds weird because Mississippi State's only won one national title, right? But that's a program that's had plenty of success. We all know that. And they have higher expectations than what was going in there. I mean, to miss the tournaments 2 years in a row after winning a natty and then get in last year but not host when it looked like you were going to. And then, man, right now you're on the outside looking in. It was coming. Timing is a little weird, but it was coming. Kobe, does 19 or 20 SEC wins guarantee a national seed even with the Missouri wins? I was talking to Hunt Palmer about this earlier today. I think it does, yes. I think that it absolutely does. If LSU gets the 19, where their RPI will be, because you have to think of the teams they're going to beat. That will include at least one win, most likely on the road at Texas A&M, a home series win against Arkansas, who's a top 5 RPI team. LSU's in the top 10 in the RPI right now. If LSU gets the 19 or 20 conference wins with a top 10 RPI, they are a lock for a national seed. I don't care that they beat Missouri. You cannot control who is on your schedule. You went out there, you swept the series. I know everybody's done that. That's fine. I'm not in that camp because I also think that the teams you're competing with, like I don't see Auburn quite getting to where they need to be a national seed. Host, yes. National seed, no. I'm not sold on Vanderbilt. They just don't look like Vanderbilt to me. So, you know, I don't know that yet. I mean, y'all, Arkansas's lost 3 straight SEC weekends. They have to play Texas, LSU, and Tennessee to wrap up their season. They're at 14 wins, but with those final 3 weekends, I mean, that's a schedule. So I think what else happens around the league really helps LSU out in that regard too. So I I don't think the Missouri series costs LSU anything. You get to 19, I think you're in. You get to 20, you are absolutely in as a lock there for a national seed. Go Damn Tigers said, moving forward, who is our number 3 in the rotation? It is TBA. That's your number 3 in the rotation. Like, y'all, we talked about this in our weekend recap. I'll just reiterate it here again. LSU is playing a numbers game. You're trying to get to 19. You're trying to get to 20. If you have a chance to nail down a series on Saturday and Kason Evans is your best option, they're going to pitch Kason Evans. They're going to pitch Kason Evans when they need to win a game, which is the right call. You play to win the game. That's it. Simple. So, compare LSU to Texas. Blew the series, but how do we stack up if we face them again? LSU should have won that damn series. I'm still mad about that. They were in complete control of that weekend for the first half of it and then just couldn't throw the ball over the plate. And even after that, you took a lead. And if you're in that spot again, this is what I'll say to that, because I think Texas has actually gotten a little bit better. I don't know if they're as good as their 19-2 record in the SEC suggests. In fact, I don't think that they are, but they keep winning series, so it's hard to argue that. But you're starting to see a little bit more pitching depth develop for Texas. But this is what I will say. LSU hit their pitching really well outside of Atlantis and Riojas. And if LSU were to play Texas now, and you were in that same spot as you were, 7th inning, a 1-run lead, you're going to Kason Evans in that spot, or you're going to, Zach Collins was used up, so you were going to Kason Evans and letting him take you home. That's the biggest difference. You didn't quite know what you had there yet in terms of length from Kason Evans. So, I mean, that would be interesting. This is a great point that Kobe just brings up about Jared Spencer being out. LSU tagged Jared Spencer, and Cade Anderson was awesome. So you would absolutely, in my opinion, with Anderson, have the advantage in game 1. But Texas is playing better as well than they were, when you played them earlier in the year. So I would love to see the matchup again, because I think LSU can do it. Like I do. But we'll see. Look, again, Texas has to go to Fayetteville this weekend. So in same way we look at it and we go, man, that's a bear for Arkansas. It is for Texas too, because that's a really good offense they're going to face on the road. And we'll see if Arkansas can't slow them down a little bit. Let's see. All right, any more questions, guys? Andrew Sapp says the Auburn series annoys me more than the Texas series. The Auburn series sucked. I hated being correct there. I really, really hated being correct there that weekend. But we're not going to live in the past. We're not going to live it. Go Damn Tigers. How about Curiel, freshman of the year? In the SEC, absolutely. You show me a better freshman in the SEC. National freshman of the year, I think that's in play too. The guy's just he's not real. He's a cheat code. Derek Curiel's a cheat code at the top of your lineup. Guy, I mean, again, like I said, the best compliment I can pay him right now, he's not a freshman anymore. Literally, that's the best compliment that I can pay Derek Curiel. Y'all smash the like button. Get subscribed. Share. All the good things. That's what we like. That's what we need. Y'all got any more questions? Anything else? All right. That's going to wrap it up. Again, smash the like on your way out. Get subscribed. Got Lit Light installers, gotlitlights.com. Be here next time for more on Musso at the Box.